Hey everyone, it's Tori and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. For today's video, I'm sharing my January 2022 bullet journal plan with me. I'm starting out with a flip through of my yearly spreads for 2022, and I will have that plan with me linked in the cards and down below if you missed it. I loved how simple but fun the black and gold theme for this year's spreads are, and you all especially love the gnome with the 2022 balloons at the beginning, which was also my favorite page of the setup. For January, I also wanted to keep things simple since I'm super busy lately with a theme that I've already done in April 2019, which is this coffee theme, but I wanted to bring it back a couple years later to put my more experienced twists on this theme. I'm starting out my spreads by putting on these new tabs for 2022, which are these gold sticky tabs from the Passion Planner. I got these from Amazon and I love how the gold looks with the gold accents on my bullet journal cover. As always, all the supplies I use in this video will be linked down below. I used some of my recently bought Colors of the World Crayolas for this theme, as well as some microns and my black Tombow dual brush pen. I'm starting out with my micron to draw my January gnome, which if you missed my 2022 bullet journal setup video, I announced that each month in my bullet journal, I will incorporate a gnome that goes along with my bullet journal theme due to my obsession with gnomes. This one is my first monthly gnome, which is a coffee gnome that has these little coffee beans on his hat and he's holding this little cup of coffee, and I think he's just so adorable. So comment down below what you think we should name this guy. My 2022 gnome in my yearly spreads is Gnomeo, which was the name that won our poll in my community tab, but I think this guy needs a name that has to do with coffee, like latte or Joe or something along those lines. I'd love to hear your ideas. I'm also excited to announce that for each gnome I make in my bullet journal, my sister, who is a graphic designer and at bujo on Instagram, will be making stickers and putting them on her Redbubble account for you all to purchase if you want a gnome sticker for yourself. She recently made my 2022 gnome and my coffee gnome, so I will have those stickers linked down below for you to check out. So I'm starting to color in my gnome now with my darkest brown shade of this setup, which is deepest almond, and I'm using that for the gnome's beard, the coffee beans, and the coffee in his mug. Then I'm going in with deep golden for the hat and the coffee mug. And I actually picked these two specific shades from the Colors of the World Crayolas pack to use in this video because they completely match two washi tapes that you'll be seeing in a little bit. The last color I chose for this video is medium golden, which I'm using for the nose, hands, steam from the coffee, and the puffball on the hat. Then I'm just using my Tombow dual brush pen in N15 black for extra accents like the shoes and the heart on the coffee mug. Now I'm breaking out the washi tape and I'm just layering a dark brown and medium brown in the corners of the spread because that's all I really know how to use washi tape. Along with everything else I'm using on these spreads, I'm also going to link my washi tape dispensers, which I got in a pack of 4, and these are honestly the greatest storage options for washi tape in my opinion. Now I'm hopping into my cover page for January, and my headers are super simple, just using my Crayolas and making one line thicker than the rest to give it some dimension. But if we're being honest, I wish I went with a different header style because I don't love how this one turned out, but I do appreciate how quick it was to do as I was trying to film this video super quickly because I was very busy this day. Next, I'm doodling a bunch of coffee cups like mugs and these kind of to-go cups like you get from Starbucks and Dunkin', but I also drew a bunch of these coffee beans everywhere, which were honestly great space fillers. And I also drew this little coffee pot down at the bottom corner, and these doodles are honestly super easy, especially for beginners, so if you do want to recreate this theme, please tag me on Instagram or on YouTube because I'd love to see it. I'm kind of going back and forth with this theme if I like it or not because it is so simple, but I guess I'm glad it's easy enough for people to try if they recently got a bullet journal and are starting for the first time in 2022, so I would truly recommend trying this one out in your own bullet journal if you're new to this hobby. To finish off the spread, I'm coloring everything in with the same colors I used in my gnome, which again are the deepest almond, deep golden, and medium golden from the Crayola Colors of the World pack, and also my black Tombow dual brush pen. My habit tracker this month isn't anything super out of the ordinary for me. I fit in 7 habit grids with 10 dot grid spaces across and 3 down with the exception of 1 on the end for the 31 days in January. Each day I will be crossing off or coloring in 1 box for the days that I complete that habit. I'm also adding in a to-go cup and some coffee beans to carry on the coffee theme in this spread. My habits that I'm tracking this month are pretty much the same as always, but if you're new here, they are typically making my bed, walking or working out, reading, flossing, being productive, washing my hair, and no snacking, and sometimes I add in 1 or 2, but those are my typical 7. For my anxiety tracker this month, I'm continuing to set it up like your typical bullet journal mood tracker with drawing 31 coffee mugs to color in each day based on my key. I must admit these mugs aren't my best work, but I honestly got so tired of drawing 31 coffee mugs, but I think it'll look a lot better when it's all filled in. I always color my anxiety tracker based on the max amount of anxiety I have that day, and my key is none, a little, a lot, and panic. The darker the coffee is in my tracker means more anxiety that I have in that given day. I feel like I mention this all the time, but I actually do have an anxiety trackers idea video that I will have linked in the cards and down below if you want to check it out. It's one of my favorite videos that I've ever filmed because I do really feel passionate about these anxiety trackers inside my bullet journal. I would highly recommend taking a look at it if you want some anxiety tracker inspiration. This is where my expenses log would typically go, but I haven't been using it at all for the past couple months, so I'm putting my brain dump here instead. If I really wanted to add any specific expenses, I could just put it here, but like I said, I haven't been using it as much as I used to. But if I don't feel like I need an expenses log or a brain dump in my bullet journal in the future months, please leave me a comment about what you think I should track or put here next to my gratitude log. For my brain dump, I'm just adding a border of some coffee beans down the sides and a pot of coffee, a mug, and a to-go cup at the bottom. For my gratitude log, I created these 8x3 boxes to write one thing I'm grateful for each day in a different font. I've been doing this style gratitude log since April of 2021 and I'm still loving it. I originally got the idea from Tracy Tyler Revel here on YouTube, and then I just added a little coffee mug at the bottom right corner to incorporate my coffee theme. The 2 lines a day spread is just a place for me to memory keep and journal a little bit about every day, so I doodled some coffee beans near the header at the top of the page and then a pot of coffee at the bottom right hand corner. I also alternated the lines of each day from medium to deep golden. We have reached the final spread of my January bullet journal setup, which is my monthly review, and I always look forward to filling this out at the end of the month because it really wraps everything up for me and gets me excited about the month coming. I always include a space for memories like my best memory, highlights from the month, and a place to put a Polaroid picture I took this month. For future, I reflect on what I'm excited for and nervous about the month coming, and on the right page I have a space for my monthly favorites like movies, TV shows, YouTube channels, books, songs, and food. And finally at the end, I got really tired of doing that header style, so I switched it up for this more jumbo calligraphy style font. At the bottom, I left a space to redraw my coffee gnome and write "Hello, my name is" next to him, as well as a space for his name when you all choose it. I will be looking through the comments on this video and have the poll up on my community tab for you all to vote within the next couple days after this video is posted. We are now entering the final flip through portion of today's video, and I want you all to comment down below what your favorite spread was from this setup, and also what your January theme is in your bullet journal. I think my personal favorite is my gnome again, and I'm wondering if that's going to be my favorite spread in every setup this year. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe while you're here. Also, don't forget to check out my bullet journal Instagram at Creative Minds Coffee Grinds for more bullet journal content like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!